govern with honesty.
Are we faced with more crisis with the incompetence of fighting or conflicting interests?
Ah, yes, definitely. Because,
Oh my God.
definitely. Ang hirap, people are fighting not because of the truth.
I know, it's
They're
interest.
fighting because of,
Gold.
not only that, they have
Oh,
truth.
yes, the half-truth.
Half-truth. Hindi naman nila naunawaan eh. But
yun ang problema.
katulad niya, no? Alam mo ba na kung pag-uusapan natin yung Scarborough, yung pag-uusapan natin yung Pag-asa o
Pag-asa,
Island?
Panatag, whatever, yeah.
Yung Pag-asa Island? If you will look at the books of the Ming Dynasty under Emperor Yongli, year 1242,
Ando doon na yun.
nandoon na yun, pero it's under the sovereign control of the Sultanate of Sulu.
Baliktad.
Bakit hindi natin gamitin yun? Na ina-acknowledge ng, at that time, ng Ming Dynasty. Bakit?
Hindi, we're using something else.
I know that's why, but as I'm saying, history cannot change. When history is written in their books, then they must respect their historical value.
Boy, what you're saying, it is not necessarily America and or China, and it's not necessarily just the minerals that are under the water for exploration. It is a situation of history, the conflict which is born out of the history, the poor management over hundreds of years, lately since the birth of the Republic, the 6 decades, that has brought us into this situation because of reducing minerals, so to speak. The countries or big brothers, which let's call both of them big brothers because they're both the big boys in the block, China and America, are forced to quarrel and bring them into conflict. Tayo nasa gitna.
Correct.
Now, where do we stand and how should, in your take, your point of view, based on all this knowledge and information that you have, based on the critical thought that you have done for this specific topic, ano dapat gawin natin dito?
I think, Harry, there should be more study on the part of our departments that are responsible to handle this, especially in the Foreign Affairs Department.
So, academe. Sino tatakbuhan natin?
Hindi naman. Nandiyan dyan naman yung UP, no?
Academe.
Academe will be of great help to this. Because in our case, we learned all of this from Professor Emmanuel Yap, who has been
That's right,
tracking.
you introduced me to
Yeah,
him.
you remember?
Yes, I remember Mr. Yap now.
Yeah, he passed away last year already. So we're
God
saddened
bless his
because
soul, yes.
he has
I
been
remember him, yes.
he has been very forthright, no, in analyzing and putting the events that will happen in the next 18 years. No, when he passed away. So as I told our friends, please, sabi ko, analyze carefully prior to any provocative statement. No? Like, media should now be called and given a briefing on what's the history of the South China Sea.
I think media should be regulated, to tell you the truth, because it's very hard to advise reporters and whatnot.
No, but
maybe the owners of media should be called to Malacanang to regulate them and to tell them to shut up. Or better yet, keep out of it.
Pero totoo yun. Ano? Wag natin sabihin regulate. Alam mo naman, freedom of the press.
No, but I think there's too much freedom here that if we don't regulate at the rate we're going, we've got all the gay...
Napansin mo, ibang barko yung bumangga, pero sabi, binunggo daw ng China yung ating boat. Hindi naman, hindi...
Hong Kong pala.
Hong Kong.
Tsaka aksidente talaga. Aksidente talaga.
These are provocative Di ba? That sends anger, no, to the citizenry. Pag nagalit na gano'n yan, it becomes a mob. And when there's mob rule, there's no more control.
There's chaos.
So now, meron akong, sometimes I'm invited in a small class in Ateneo, and these are media people, and I explained to them about China, and they now understood. So sabi ko nga na, siguro, we're willing to help them, no? And give them a briefing. A good friend of mine, Ray Hidalgo, no, the #1 researcher of the group of Manueling Yap, can also help. There is also the head researcher of Professor Yap, who's doing and helping us with these researchers, is still with us.
Yes,
So,
yes.
pag-aralan mo ng maigi. Because preventive muna ito let us not inflame, no, the passion, no. and heightened passion of the Filipinos. Paunawaan natin sa kanila, pag maliwanag na yan, hindi tayo mag-aaway, boss.
So, what you're saying is conflict is not even an option.
No,
Period. Not
definitely.
even an option.
Should not be.
So, clearer minds need to prevail, and more knowledgeable and more thought and study, if necessary, has to be. We're ending the program. We're on top of the hour. Given America, given China, if we had to make a choice, which way should we go?
None of the above. We must stand a sovereign nation with the knowledge and the strength, knowing what we have to, and deal with them independently and separately.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saicon. 1-minute message to our viewers.
I hope we have more shows like this, no, and where we can take part, no, in a discussion or a debate on what will be the best interest of the Filipinos regarding understanding the real issue, no, of our territorial conflict that is now happening in the South China Sea. Sapagkat hindi po dapat makipag-away kahit kanino. Everything can be negotiated from very reasonable terms, no? That will be to the best interest of all, not only of one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saicon. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understood the essence or the critical thought we were trying to push forward. Option 1, and there's no option 2 or 3. We can't afford conflict, so let's not have any. Option 2, neither America or China need to come in and help and carry our shoulders. We have to stand up as a sovereign country. Option 3, not option 3, but situation or consideration number 3. Our leaders need to be competent, need to be stable, patient, not crazy, and cannot be impulsive, and need more study, if not more knowledge.
Yes.
Education at this point is crucial. Number 4, media should not propagate conflict, should not spark just because it wants information, or better yet, it's trying to grab news from one other network to the other. You're doing the country a disfavor. So if you don't understand it, which is obviously the case, stay out of it. I hope you enjoyed our show, and I hope we've been some help to try and help you understand the conflict. And should you wish, email me, and let's ask Mr. Saicon to come back. You can do that at harrytambuatco@yahoo.com. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
You are what you watch. You are what you watch.